Imagine waking up one morning and the world you live in is no longer as you remember. The paper money in your pocket, the coins in your piggy bank, the numbers in your banking app, all suddenly lose their meaning. No one is willing to give even a meal, a litre of gasoline, or a drop of water for that once precious piece of paper. People quickly shut the shutters of their shops, and hundreds of metallic lines form in front of banks. And in that moment, you realise how fragile the only thing humanity has agreed on for centuries truly is. Money is not just a piece of paper. Money is the shared power of humanity. Whether it's the stamp a blacksmith struck, Rome's golden solidus, the debt slips written in the Middle Ages, or the stacks of money burned in Weimar Germany's ovens, each is part of the same story. The human creatures attempt to control the abstract idea we call money. Today, all the money in banks could be the greatest lie and the greatest achievement in world history. And here, we will explain the birth of money, its evolution, the empires it built and destroyed, and everything related to the money of the future. Contrary to popular belief, money emerged very late. For centuries, a farmer gave wheat while a blacksmith gave an axe. But there was a problem. None of these things were equal to each other. The blacksmith might not need an axe at that moment, and nothing the farmer had could satisfy that need. This mismatch is what created money. Contrary to what many people think, humanity did not first use money during the time of the Lydians. Before that, items like seashells and pieces of copper were used as money. In 600 BC, the Lydians minted the first official coin, made from a metal mixed with gold and silver. This was not only a financial revolution, but a cultural one as well. A state's true power was no longer measured by the size of its army, but by the reliability of its coins. The sou used by the Roman Empire and the metal coins used in China for many years had one thing in common. They were all highly trusted. Now comes the banknotes. China was the first country in world history to issue banknotes. Because people couldn't carry heavy metal money, they started using certificates. Thus, the first banknotes emerged. Money stopped being a store of value and became a promise of value. In the 13th century, a French traveller came to China and was fascinated by banknotes. Although he told Europeans about them, no one believed him. But time proved him right. States turned to paper money to finance wars. But there was a problem. The state could print paper, but it could not print gold. By the 19th century, the world agreed one last time on a single principle. Every currency would be fixed to gold. This decision sped up global trade, and gold became king of the standard. But when World War I began, states had to print much more money to finance the war. The war ended, but inflation never died out. If you are wondering what inflation is, you can reach the Weimar Germany video from the cards. The breaking point of the world economy was when US President Nixon announced on August 15th, 1971, that the dollar would no longer be pegged to gold. What did this mean? The dollar was no longer a gold certificate. It became a state promise. All currencies we use today are built on this system. When it comes to central banks, they form the heart of the modern economy. The interest rate is the heartbeat of a country. If interest rises, the economy slows down. If interest falls, loans increase and consumption rises. Interest is actually something necessary for a state because the state needs to control the flow speed of money. In this regard, central banks serve a very positive purpose. Money created out of thin air. Yes, that's right. Banks never keep the full reserves for the loans they give people because such money has never existed. This is one of the least known yet most critical truths of the system. But people created a new solution to this: cryptocurrency. After the 2008 crisis, a Japanese programmer introduced Bitcoin. This money had one special feature: it had no center and could not be tracked. This scarcity of money pushed people towards such a solution. And now we've come to the present day. The next 20 years may be the most important 20 years in history because money is entering its fastest changing era. States are digitizing their central bank currencies. Artificial intelligence has begun taking over financial decision-making from humans, and it is being discussed that in the future, instead of money, there may be a point-based system. Money is not a piece of paper, not a metal bar, and not the numbers you see on screens. Money is the greatest product of human imagination. It is the promise states give to each other, yet never truly keep. Throughout history, it has started wars, destroyed empires, ruined families, and fed the dreams of people. It is also the backbone of the collapsing system we call civilization. That is why understanding money is very important for us. And in this video, you will forever understand humanity's greatest dream: money.